Hello there everyone, my name is Asianzo Henry and welcome to day 3 of my Python learning journey. Today we're going to be handling conditionals, and basically conditionals are statements that allow you to execute certain blocks of code based on specific conditions. And the most common conditionals statements that we use are, we have the if, it should be in small letters, we have if, then we have elif, then we have the else statement. So the if is the first condition, then we have elif, which is like if this condition isn't true, we execute the second one. Else, which usually the final one, you execute the final conditionals. Let us try this by finding out password length. Let's try building something that checks whether Python, the password of a user is of the right length. Let us see. Mean length, create a variable, something here, underscore, meaning length should be 6, then say password is equal to my password, something like that. Then let's see if the length of password is greater than mean length, should say, let's say we print, let us print password is of the required length. Let's see, so the required length, if I'm to run this, so wait for it. Okay, password is of the required length. What if my password is just 51234? What if it is my PA and we run this, we run our code, let's see, nothing comes. So we would like to maybe I would like to display a message also to the user if the password is too short. That's where we can use the else statement. And else we print, let's see here, we print password too short. Okay, let's see. So our password is, yes, password too short. We're getting that message from in the terminal because the password of the user is too short. And now to show you how we can use the elif conditional statement, I created a program here that checks if a number is less than 10, else if the number is greater than 10 but less than 20, otherwise it will print another statement. So we're checking if the number is less than 10, it will say the number is less than 10. Then again, if it is greater than 10 but less than 20, the number is greater than 9 but less than 20, otherwise it will print the number is greater than 19. So this program is applying the use of elif statements. I also have a readme file here of Python Basics Day 3 of conditional statements. It contains sample code and some basic simple explanations that you may need to read through, and practice questions which are like 3, but question 2 and 3 are already filled out. I'm going to practice out question 3 and we see if we can solve it. So practice question 1 requires us to write a program that asks a user for 1, their name, secondly, the number of items they want to buy, the price of one item, then whether they have a discount code or not. That one, it will be a yes or no. Then we should convert the number of items and price into the correct data types, calculate the total costs before discount. If the user has a discount code and buys more than 3 items, we apply 15% discount. If the user has a discount code but buys 3 or fewer items, we apply a 5% discount. If the user does not have a discount code, we don't apply a discount. Then they want us also to calculate the sales tax of 8% on the final cost after discount. Another thing we're going to do, we're going to print a summary showing the user's name, the items they bought, original total, discount applied, then tax amount, then the final amount to pay. They are requesting us to use, we're required to use variables, data types, type conversion, arithmetic operators, input and output. Then we use conditional statements to solve this problem. So let's get right to it and get started. So inside our practice.py is where I'm going to put all the code. We're going to start off by creating the following variables. The name variable. To create the name variable, I set it to an input. We're receiving an input from the user saying that please like this, enter your name, like that. Then we expect a user to enter the number of items, number square of items, okay, just like that. Then we're going to do a type conversion. I'm going to use an int, then input Z over here. We're going to use an input and we'll tell the user to enter number of items. Then like this. We'll also prompt the user to enter the cost per item. So we'll need underscores in between here, cost per item, which will be set to an int. We're converting what we're receiving, input, just like this, and then enter cost of each item, just like this. And finally we have a has score discount. We ask the user whether they have a discount or not. So for this one, we receive an input, and then we're going to ask the user, do you have a discount? Then in bracket maybe we can state yes or no. Then we add this over here. Then we have our initial variable set and we are ready to move on. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to create a variable called total cost, and it is going to store the cost of items before the discount is applied, just like this. So we create the variable to store the total cost. The next part is the conditional area, where we check if the person has a discount and the number of items is greater than 3. We carry out a 15% discount. If the person still has a discount but the number of items is 3 and below, we do a 5% discount. And if the person has no discount, we leave the discount value as 0. And for the sales tax, we're going to do the total cost minus the discount and then multiply it by 8 and divide by 100, which is a sales tax of 8%. I've now also moved the cost after discount into its own variable, where the total cost is, you are subtracting the discount from it. And now to find the sales tax amount, we just get this and multiply it by 8 and divide it by 100. Then we also have the final amount, which is the cost after discount minus the sales tax. And finally, we print out our values. So we have a summary over here. We're printing out the name, the number of items, then original total, discount applied, the tax amount, and final amount to pay. So here we have the variable final amount. Just like this. It's an I. So these are how the script looks like. And so if we run this, we expect to see the right response that we want. Let me run it over here. Okay, it's coming. The name, let me set it to Henry, just like this. Number of items, I want to get 5 items, and the cost of each item is 1,500. Let's see, do I have a discount? Yes, I do. Then the summary of my payments. So now what if I don't have a discount? Let's say my name is still Henry and I'm getting the same number of items and the items still cost the same, 1,500, and I don't have discount. You can see the values aren't the same. The other one had a discount and this other one doesn't have a discount. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video, where I'll be covering day 2 and we'll be doing a more interesting topic also. Bye bye.